Can I ask you a question? Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly whispered, maybe I missed my chance? Maybe you think you're too old to start over, too young to be taken seriously, too broke to chase your dreams, too busy to learn something new. Maybe you have simply made too many mistakes to believe life could still surprise you. If that's what you had been telling yourself, I want you to stay with me for a few minutes, because I used to believe that lie too. There was a season in my life when every morning felt exactly the same. I woke up, went through the motions, smiled when people were watching, and secretly wondered if this was all life had left for me. I compared myself to people who seemed to have everything figured out. Some were buying homes, some were building businesses, traveling around the world, or celebrating milestones I hadn't even come close to reaching. The more I compared my journey, the smaller my hope became. Then one afternoon, while sitting alone with a cup of coffee, I realized something that changed the way I look at my life. I wasn't running out of time. I wasn't running of courage. The first lesson is this: the calendar doesn't decide your future. Your next decision does. A seed planted today doesn't apologize because it wasn't planted yesterday. It simply grows. Life has never asked us when we begin. It only asks if we were willing to begin. The second lesson came from accepting my past instead of fighting it. For years, I carried regret like a heavy backpack. Every mistake reminded me of what I should have done differently. But regret is a terrible place to build a home. The past can teach you, but it should never imprison you. Once I stopped wishing for a different yesterday, I finally had the strength to create a better tomorrow. The third lesson was perhaps the hardest to learn. I realized I had been waiting to feel confident before taking action. But confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Every small step gave me a little more belief. Every challenge taught me something new. I didn't become fearless overnight. I simply became more willing to move forward despite the fear. Then I started noticing something beautiful. The people I admired most didn't have perfect beginnings. They had the courageous ones. They weren't successful because life gave them shortcuts. They became successful because they refused to let setbacks become full stops. They turned them into commas and keep writing their stories. Maybe that's exactly what you need to do today. Stop measuring your life against someone else's timeline. A sunrise at 6 in the morning and sunset in the evening are both beautiful. Neither one is late. They simply shine at different times. Your life works the same way. Some dreams bloom early. Others need longer seasons to grow deeper roots. Neither is less meaningful. Maybe you had been thinking, it's too late. Let me gently challenge that thought. As long as your heart still beats, your story is still being written. As long as you can learn, forgive, hope, and take one more step, life is offering you another opportunity to become the person you have always wanted to be. You don't need to change everything today. You only need the courage to change one thing today. Make one phone call, read one chapter, apply for one job, say one sincere apology, take one more step toward the future you'd been postponing. Years from now, you won't remember how old you were when you started. You will remember that you finally did. So, don't let yesterday convince you that tomorrow has already been decided. The pages ahead are still blank and the pen is still in your hands. Your life isn't defined by the chapter you're in today. It's defined by your willingness to keep turning the page, because it's never too late to become the person God created you to be. And sometimes your greatest chapter begins the moment you stop believing it's too late to start.